Hey guys, ThriftyTheresa here. Time for the end of March sales report for March 15th through the 31st. I'm excited to say that I surpassed my goal of one sale per day. I sold 21 items during that 16-day period. However, for the month of March in total, I did not make my goal of one sale per day because the first half of the month I only sold 8 things. So I sold a total of 29 items in the month of March, even though March has 31 days. So close to that goal. I really can't wait until I can proudly say that I made the goal. But for those 29 items in total, I made $256 in profit. So that's great. So I got 21 of those items to show you today. Also giving you a little preview of the new Etsy shop layout that just launched today. Some of you may have noticed that the shop design has changed. They made the pictures bigger. It really features your items better, I think. They've given us more categories. We can now have 15 categories in our shop instead of just 10. And yeah, it's pretty neat. It's going to take some time getting used to. I might do a video about this later because there's all sorts of Etsy changes happening recently, and the design is just one of those things. But I really want to just talk about what I sold. So let me go ahead and show you the first item that sold in the second half of March. First item is this patch for the Denali National Park in Alaska. This was an unused patch, and this patch sold for $8. Next item is this little wall plaque that I've had for like a year. I actually did a video about how to create a listing, and this was the item that I used in that tutorial. It took a long time for this to sell, but it finally did. This also sold for $8. Next set is a bunch of stencils. It was a set of 10 stencils with all these different country goose, country barns, country people kind of design. This set sold for $12. Next two items, we got these little heart applique patches and these little rainbow applique patches. Sold them in little sets. Each set was $5, so this one was $5. And that one was $5. I've got more of these little rainbow ones in my shop if anyone's interested. $5, pretty good. Next is this little Cabbage Patch Kids keyring from 1983. I sold one of these with the girl with the blue dress and the blonde pigtails. I have more of these available in my shop. I also have more available in different colors, different color dresses, different color hair. I'm selling those for $7 each. Another pin. I sold a lot of pins this period. Nice bread and butter item are these pins. Of course, I buy a bunch of pins in lots and then I list them individually. So I paid just a few cents for this pin and I sold it for, how much was that? $6. Not too bad. Then we got another Country Goose thing here. This is a recipe box, and this box came with recipe cards and index cards. This sold for $15. The lady who received it was thrilled. She gave me wonderful feedback, and yeah, I love it. I love it when people are happy, so I love the positive feedback. Keep it coming. Next sale here are these little original strawberry shortcake and apple dumpling mini figurines. They were really small. I think they were less than 2 inches tall, each of them. And those little figurines sold for $10. Then I got this black ashtray from Anholt. It is in that mid-century modern boomerang atomic design, whatever you want to call it. This ashtray sold for $9. Next item here is a new old stock key ring from the 80s. Snoopy and Friends. This is Woodstock, of course, with his roller skates and his little Walkman headphones on, rocking and rolling. This sold for $20. Another little pin here with this little cootie bug on it that says "You've got a friend." It's very cute. That sold for $5. This item here actually has a little backstory. This is a embroidered patch. It is clearly used. The edges were tattered, so it had clearly been sewn onto something and then picked off. So the edges are a little messed up. This is a patch that I believe it's a souvenir patch. I only sold this patch for $5 because I do not think it's authentic. I think it is a replica souvenir patch. The person who bought it, however, I think they're under the misconception that this is original from NASA. This was a test mission for the Apollo project in 1968 or something like that. That's when this was designed. Instead of it saying NASA across the middle there, it's got the 2TV-1. That's the number of the test mission. This is something that never went off the ground. The person who created it replaced the red NASA vector in the middle there and replaced it with a roadrunner, which is a flightless bird. I read all about this because I thought it was fascinating. So I read a whole bunch about it and I loved learning about it. But again, I think it's a souvenir replica, and so I only sold it for $5. But the other thing is that this sold, I'm not even kidding, within 5 minutes of me listing it. Is the fastest sale I ever had. So this guy must have some sort of search or something ready for NASA, or maybe just this mission or something. He must be collecting things. He left me great feedback for it. So even though it's all tattered and dirty, he was really happy with it. And I'm happy he's happy with it, but I don't want to break the news to him that I think he's wrong. I do not think this is authentic from 1968. But it's still a cool piece of history. It was awesome to learn about when I was learning about it and reading about it. But, again, whatever. So again, that only sold for $5, but it made somebody super duper happy. So I'm happy. Next thing here is this sweet little plaque from Hallmark with a mommy and baby bear that says "Love begins at home." This plaque sold for $10. Another button here sold. This is a pinback button. Mad. Musicians Against Discos. I think that's pretty funny. That's pretty punk rock. I've got a couple more of these pins available, so they are still for sale. I've got 2 more left if you are raging against the discos. Next item here is this little bear from Lucy and Me, this little figurine bear. She sold for $10. This is a large pin from Walt Disney World with Goofy on it, and this sold for $8. Deck of playing cards. The only deck of playing cards that sold during this period was from the 1989 original Batman movie with Michael Keaton. It did not have a case, but it was still sealed. You can see the color pictures there with the Batman and Joker. This sold for $15. Then I have another little figurine here from the Cherished Teddies collection. This teddy sold for $7. This was a clearance sale. Taking the advice the advice of Planet Alyssa, who recently added a clearance section to her store. I did the same thing because I'm a total copycat and I worship her. And so I've got a whole bunch of stuff in my clearance section for 50% off. These pattern cams are from Kenmore for quilting and sewing. They come in this box. It looks like a book. You can put it on your bookshelf, and it has all of these cams in them, which create all these different quilting designs and embroidery designs. I got lots of looks on this. I got lots of favorites on this. People used to email me asking for, do you know if it's compatible with this machine or whatever? And I don't know anything about sewing. It would get a lot of hits, but it really wasn't worth much. So I reduced the price to get it out of my store because it's been in there for over a year and I'm sick of looking at it and having it in my inventory. So I reduced the price to 50%, which was $7.50, and I was happy to see these go. Last sale during this period is a set of Pimpernel coasters. Yay! This is a set with these beautiful flowers on them. The set is called Caribbean Flowers, and they were totally unused. The box had a little schmutz on it. I had to clean it up a bit, but the coasters were in gorgeous condition. This set of coasters sold for $15. Not too shabby. So overall, during March, for the period of March 1st through March 16th through the 31st, the end of the month, I sold a total of 21 items for a profit of $158.59. So most of them were small. Profit per item is really small because a lot of these things were $5 items, $7 items. A lot of my bread and butter stuff that was just getting out the door. And that makes me happy. And it almost made me to my goal of one sale per day. That's just what I want. That's what I want to happen. One sale per day. I don't care if it's a high-priced item or a low-priced item. I just want to have, on average, one sale per day, which is my goal for 2016. So I'm almost there. I'm hoping that April will pick it up. So thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be coming back to you here in a couple of days to talk about some of the fun Etsy changes that are happening. And I think I have a haul coming up soon too. And please check out my Etsy interview series if you have not already. I've interviewed 2 great Etsy sellers already. Planet Alyssa was interview number 1, and Angie Martin with her shop Dazzled by Vintage was number 2. I've got another one up my sleeve, new people to talk to, and I'm so excited that everyone is enjoying that series. If you haven't seen those interviews already, check them out. They're lots of fun. You might learn something new, and you might learn something about Etsy if you're not already selling on this platform. So again, thanks for watching. Bye.